Alrighty, welcome back, guys. This is episode 16 of the Gentleman's Table podcast. Welcome back, y'all.
Let's go.
So, Jonathan's got a little bit of a idea for us as what we're going to do for this podcast. It's going to be a little different.
We'll see.
Jonathan, lead us off, man.
Okay, so I did ask you guys. I know Carter didn't have time. I was a little behind on this. So, totally okay with whatever way you want to take this, and I'll clarify this time. If you had to have dinner with a historical, fictional, real, whomever, anybody who is living or has lived, anyone who's fictionally lived or has never lived, who would you want to have dinner with and why?
So it can be fictional now.
Yeah, well, and you can do it because I know you were talking about a historical figure. So if you want to talk about a historical figure and a fictional, you can.
Okay, so let's do one of each.
Okay.
Let's do one of each.
Historical and a fictional.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because we could go like two different directions, right?
Okay.
I'm not as deep into the metaverse as you, but I'll think
Yeah. So my fictional one, honestly, is gonna be Tyrion Lannister.
Oh, wow. That's a hard choice.
Right?
That's kind of tough.
That's tough, right?
But he's like interesting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Play the drinking game with him.
Yeah, dude. Tyrion Lannister would be such a good one. Because not only is he like goofy and like witty, but he's also wise as fuck.
Well, he's seen a lot. That's
yeah,
like
and he's
his
seen a
whole
lot.
shtick.
Yeah.
Is he's been through so much stuff that he became what's her face's hand.
Yeah. Why can't I think of her name?
It's been a while since I've seen
Daenerys.
it. Queen Daenerys.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Tyrion Lannister is a fictional character in Game of Thrones.
He is the same guy in the elf movie.
It's Peter Dinklage.
Oh, you're an angry elf.
It's Peter Dinklage.
W actor.
So wait, are you wanting to have dinner with him or the actor? Like the
No,
the-
Tyrion
Okay,
Lannister.
okay.
Not the actor, not Peter Dinklage, because apparently he's like an asshole in real life.
Okay, so
Like
it's
he's
just
not
someone-
for the midget community.
If you saw the movie, you would understand. And anyone who has seen Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
like,
well, I was about to say, for someone
Yeah.
who hasn't seen it, why?
because he starts off as like a privileged kid because like his dad is like the richest person in the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah.
But then he kind of like his family hates him so much, he kind of said fuck it and went out on his own.
He killed his father.
Yeah, he killed well, first of all, he killed his mom.
Well, hold
Because
on.
of
Let's-
birth.
Spoiler alert, by the way. For
Yeah,
Game of
sorry
Thrones
guys.
people.
Yeah, guys.
That was a
if you
little too late.
Yeah.
For the spoiler
at
alert.
this point, you
Oh,
should
well.
have been watched Game of Thrones, man. I didn't gonna lie.
Yeah.
He killed his mom in birth because he was a midget, and so
Everybody hates him.
everyone hates him.
His sister, his brother.
did he kill his mom or did his mom die?
His mom died,
Okay.
but everyone blames
he's a
him
little person.
because he's a dwarf.
Yeah.
And so he always lived with a chip on his shoulder because everyone thinks of him as this little monster, but he's still a part of the richest family in the Seven Kingdoms. So he still has that privileged daddy's money mentality.
Yeah.
And then he always thinks his own dad hates him.
Yeah. Well, so basically, his dad, the reason he killed his father was because his dad had him accused of killing the king, which is his sister's son.
Okay.
So he was accused of poisoning his sister's son,
Yeah.
who was the king at the time, and he was like 15, 16, who
Yeah.
knows.
Oh, wow.
And
Well,
so
and
his dad was going to have him killed and his head cut off. And so he pulled up on his dad while his dad's taking a dookie, shot him with a crossbow, and he's like, fuck you, basically.
Fuck you, Dad!
That's hilarious.
But it's a lot more serious than that.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, dude, you have to watch Game of
And-
Thrones.
Wait, so what makes him like? What are you hoping to gain from a dinner with him, or what are you hoping to learn?
Dude,
his main thing in the movie is talking to people and being he gives people wisdom.
yeah,
That's
he
like
talks
main
his
thing.
way out of shit so perfectly. Like, he has such a way with words. Like, he can bullshit his way through anything.
But he's also smart.
But
Like,
he's also
the
smart.
main character, Queen Daenerys, who is like the Dragon Queen.
Yeah.
She met him and at first like hated him, I think, because he was a traitor to his family. Whatever. There's a bunch of stuff that went on with that. But she made him her hand, which the hand is like the king or queen's right hand.
Oh,
Like
wow.
literally, they do all of the hard tasks. If they need advice, they are that person. They're like the if the queen or king isn't there, they are that person.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
But so with don't shit on me when I say this for my real person I'd want to have
Wait,
dinner
we should
with.
go around for fictional.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
That's a good one.
okay. But so Foley, like, you wanted to have dinner with him because like he's really good with his words. He gives really good advice.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's wise.
And
he's been through a lot.
He's
Okay.
witty too. Like he can do jokes while still sounding wise as fuck.
Okay. Dude, that's
Yeah.
super
And he drinks a lot.
He drinks a lot. He
Alright,
drinks a
Carter.
lot and does a lot of other things a lot.
Heard?
Shoot. I like the Tyrion Lannister pick.
Right?
Yeah, I just recently finished Game of Thrones like 6 months ago.
Dub
so-
pick.
Yeah. Man, that's really hard. You brought up Vikings in the last podcast, and that makes me really want to say something about.
What's the dude's name? Tommy.
Thomas Shelby.
Tommy Shelby.
That's right.
Ooh.
You take me as a Thomas Shelby type of guy.
That's
yeah,
a dub pick,
I
too.
think that would be my pick. That's my all-time favorite show is Peaky Blinders, and Thomas Shelby is probably
Wait.
one of the
Why
most
does the guy in
interesting
real
people
life
of all
look
time.
like Dr. Phil?
Huh? He doesn't.
No, look.
Cillian Murphy?
No, not Cillian Murphy. The real, like, go back. Like, Peaky Blinders is based off real people.
Yeah,
Look at that guy. Tell me that guy doesn't look like Dr.
dude.
Phil.
kind of.
He does. He's got this stash, probably a little bald on
Dude,
top.
that looks exactly like him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because he went through the French War, and he is like the definition of, I don't know if you could call him. He definitely was a bad person and a good person to his family, but he was definitely a leader. Like,
Yeah.
most definitely.
No, yeah.
That he would be someone you could learn a lot from, and it's in the show he doesn't really talk or give wisdom.
He's a man of
lot.
few words, but
Yes.
he still
But
means business.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that you could learn a lot from him.
No,
That
Cillian
would be
Murphy
sick.
played that role so well.
He's the actor
one
of
of
the
my
century,
favorite
bro.
actors.
Dude,
yeah.
he's I wouldn't say the actor of the century, but he is he portrays Thomas Shelby very, very well.
Yeah. I mean, in Oppenheimer, he did a great job.
The
too,
Oppenheimer
so.
was great too, and same with
Oh, sorry. Joaquin Phoenix is probably the actor of the century for freaking Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah. Well, you talking about Heath? What about Heath Ledger?
He's
You're
he's
telling
good
me
too.
that Joaquin Phoenix did a better job than Heath Ledger?
Dude, I don't know. But with the craziness part,
I'm a Denzel Washington guy.
he's a goat.
I didn't
He's
know
the
he
goat.
played the Joker.
No, he,
No,
he did. It's a weird adaptation.
I see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
how deep Joaquin Phoenix went in that
You
movie.
can see more of
Oh
the
my
mental illness
gosh.
in that part of the Joker than Heath Ledger's. Heath Ledger's was more of like a crazy
Villain.
like off the rail villain,
Yeah.
but Joaquin Phoenix, like you could tell like the mental struggle that he had.
starved himself
Yeah.
to do that movie.
Yeah, no, I know. No, Joaquin Phoenix.
Did you seen Joker?
He's the guy who, he's the guy who like eventually passed, right? Heath Ledger, like he died.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Heath,
yeah, yeah.
Heath Ledger, yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn, Thomas Shelby, that's a good pull though.
Yeah.
That's a great pull.
So like, sorry, what was your reason as to why you want to have dinner with him?
Like I said, he's been through the French War, and he came back apparently as a different person, basically, from what his family knew him as before. So the war changed him, and he turned into someone who genuinely was a bad person, blowing up other people's pubs, like doing terrible things to some people, but then being a leader for his family and his town. And I feel like you can learn a lot from him by having a dinner with him and actually being able to talk to him rather than in the movie because he doesn't talk a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
That's
makes
good.
sense.
That's a dub pull.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, appreciate you. Because I was not going to think of that by myself.
No, I know how much you love the Peaky Blinders.
Ooh.
Dude, I'm a big Denzel fan.
Well,
So-
but this is fictional, not
This
the
is
actor.
fictional.
I know that's what I'm trying to say, but there's a specific movie.
Because him as a person would probably
Training
be-
Day?
Yeah, and no, not Training Day. That was actually I don't know, not. Dude, Denzel Washington in Remember the Titans.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
good
as
one.
the football coach.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just that could be really good.
Ooh.
I think just like the way he like leads the team, the way he like teaches them respect, and you know how like the outside factors like don't let that influence you. Like,
Yeah.
and then just ultimately like Remember the Titans, like
So-
one of my favorite movies.
Right. Seeing like how good you can be at something if you take it away from
Yeah.
your-
Who
the
do you
rest of your
think
life.
was a better coach? Denzel Washington in Remember the Titans or Samuel L. Jackson in Mr. Carter?
I haven't seen Mr.
Oh, what? Mr. Carter's, or I think it's called Mr. Carter. It's a basketball movie.
Oh, I've seen clips of it. I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. And he was like, "What is your deepest fear?"
Yeah.
And that, yeah. I've
Coach
seen that
Carter.
clip.
Coach Carter. That's what it's called. Nah, that was such a good movie.
Yeah, I haven't. I've seen the clips though, and
Yeah.
that's
What's going on there?
Samuel L. Jackson is an insane actor. I still haven't seen Pulp Fiction. I'm gonna get so much hate for that.
Are you serious?
Watch movies like that.
haven't seen both.
Oh my God, that's how I know you guys are young.
Dude,
Well,
I've been
that's
going
something that I've
through
wanted to
movies,
watch,
though.
though.
Yeah, that's such a good movie.
Silence of the Lambs is what I'm trying to watch.
Dude, you guys have to watch it. You don't have to do it in a year, but you gotta watch IMDb's 100 greatest movies of all time.
That's crazy.
You just send me your
100.
top 5. I have a list of movies I'm trying to watch.
Yeah. Okay. So top 5 off the top of my head. Obviously, Pulp Fiction is probably one of them.
Really?
The Godfather
Yeah, I
is
haven't
probably
seen
another
that.
one.
Is Godfather that good?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
It's something you have to watch.
You have
is
to
what
watch.
everyone says.
But
No one
it-
says it's like an amazing. People do say it's an amazing movie, but it's one of those things that you have to
But
watch.
in my opinion, a better mobster movie than The Godfather is The Irishman. That is personally, because The Godfather was such a good franchise, I'd say watch it just to watch it. But the best mobster movie, in my opinion, was The Irishman. That was such a good movie.
I haven't seen that either. I don't even know what that is.
That is, it's a guy. It's about an Irish guy that
Right.
joins the Italian mafia. Robert De Niro plays
Oh,
this
heck yeah.
Irish guy, and Joe Pesci is like his leader, I guess.
Dude, heck yeah, Al Pacino.
That's such a good movie.
Dude. Robert De Niro is like an insane actor.
Yeah.
Too. He's in so many good movies, dude.
So Jonathan, who's gonna be your fictional pick? Remember
I
the
think
Titans?
I think it's. Why can't I?
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, what's his name in the movie? I don't. Really
I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't watched
Oh,
it.
Herman Boone, because he was a real guy. Like,
Yeah, it's a
loosely.
true story.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
loosely, but but even just like in some of the movies, I think it's Man on Fire, but it's like where he's in Mexico and he's saving. He's like supposed to protect a little girl, and then the little girl gets like kidnapped, and his entire the entire movie is him like getting this girl back. Like,
Yeah.
just having a conversation with someone like that, of just like the extreme determination and what that puts you through, would just be so cool. Because like he failed his job within like a week, and then just went through. I mean, that's why it's Man on Fire, because he is just killing left and right to get this girl back.
Yeah.
And like exposing so many like cartel bosses and like these.
Yeah, I think I've seen
so
clips
cool.
of that movie. I think I've seen bits and pieces of it.
But yeah, ultimately, I think it's Remember the Titans coach,
Heck yeah.
Herman Boone.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
All right, what's your real?
My real one. Oh,
Historical figure.
God.
You said you had one.
Yeah, I know, but now I've been like thinking about historical figures and stuff. Now I'm kind of I would say, I think his name was Desmond Doss. I don't know. Was it Desmond, or was it? I think it was Desmond. Was it Doss? Yeah, it was
the
Desmond.
medic.
Yeah, Desmond. No, that's definitely not him. That's LeBron
The
James.
Hacksaw Ridge guy.
Yeah, the Hacksaw Ridge guy. Yeah, Desmond Doss. That would be such a interesting story to hear. That or Mel Gibson. Mel
Gibson is
dude,
crazy.
Mel Gibson, dude,
Crazy.
he's such an interesting dude. You could go so many, like Quentin Tarantino would be such a good guy to have dinner with because he's such an interesting dude. But Desmond Doss would be so, because of all the stories and all the shit that he saw.
You can go all the way back in history.
You could go so many ways for so many reasons.
Oh, dude, imagine having dinner with Judas.
That would be nuts. That would be nuts. I'd be like, dude, we can have
Why?
give dinner. Why'd you do
Why?
it, dude? Like,
30 pieces of silver, really?
come on, man. Like, really? You literally had the keys to the kingdom, dude.
Forgive them because they know not what they do.
But, oh, shit. Yeah, I'd probably have Desmond Doss just because his morals, like, made his whole story.
Yeah.
Just because he was a conscientious objector. Like, how the hell do you go onto the Eastern fronts, the Eastern theater, and freaking have nothing to protect yourself? You just run into hell with no weapon.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that? Like, his morals were so strong that he did not pick up a weapon or fight back, and he still is one of the greatest soldiers to ever live. That's insane.
Yeah, the quick Wikipedia for those of you who don't know Desmond Doss is he's a United States corporal who served as a combat medic with an infantry company in World War II, but due to his religious beliefs, he refused to carry a weapon.
Like, I don't know how he didn't receive the Medal of Honor for that. That, to me, is diabolical.
So basically, he ran out into an active war zone with a bunch of injured soldiers and just brought them back.
And brought them down.
Right.
That's why it's called
just had to go.
Hacksaw Ridge, because they were fighting on top of like a mountain essentially, and he was bringing these soldiers back down from it.
Just so impressive.
Like, how do you do that, dude? And you only got a Bronze Star for that? There are people that have gotten, like, I'm not shitting on any Medal of Honor recipient in any way, shape, or form. You have to be one badass motherfucker to get a Medal of Honor.
It says he got a Medal of Honor.
Did he?
It says he was twice awarded the Bronze Star, further distinguished himself in the Battle of Okinawa by saving... Thank you. By saving...
That was botched like crazy.
Okinawa. By saving 75 men, acting on his own, becoming the first of only 3 conscientious
objectors. Jonathan, I just said it 30 seconds ago.
Look, your screen is a lot bigger than mine, okay? It's hard to see from this far. But received the Medal of Honor for his...
Oh, so he did. I could have swore he didn't. I thought that was one of the things that like I was pissed off about because he didn't get one. Okay, so he did get one. Okay, never mind. He deserved it.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet. Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, what are your thoughts, Carter?
I'm still thinking.
I think this could sound basic, but I'm going George Washington. You said you had a fact about George Washington.
I do. I am so glad you brought that up.
I was
waiting for that.
George Washington was a Freemason.
Yeah. But the fun fact about George Washington that most people probably don't know is George Washington didn't know dinosaurs existed. He died before the first dinosaur fossil was ever found, so he had no idea that fucking dinosaurs existed.
That's such.
You think that would have changed the perspective or the United States trajectory?
No, probably not. But it would have been a cool thing to know before you died.
Yeah,
hey man,
fair.
we had these giant 30-foot reptiles roaming the world before we even were here, dude. He would have been like, no fucking way.
Show me the proof. No, I thought you were gonna talk about his teeth because like apparently the dentures back then were rough, so like they would get like their slaves' teeth or like animal teeth or whatever. So his teeth are just like all messed.
Do you think
he had wooden teeth? I thought.
Yeah, and well, some people had wooden teeth.
Like, isn't that like the main
So he
thing
had like
everyone says
dentures,
about
like
him?
his dentures, like his like the frame. I think was I don't know how he had some fucked up.
Don't
teeth.
they have it at like the old White House tour or whatever, George Washington tour?
Yeah.
I think Shane Gillis said something about he had like wooden teeth. Shane Gillis is such a historian.
Contrary to popular mythology, George Washington's dentures were not made of wood.
Okay, there we go.
I think it was like a combination of like horse teeth and like slave teeth.
I think it was.
Unfortunately.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I thought that's what
Yummy.
you were gonna go with that. But I think like for why I would want to like have dinner with him, I just feel like the amount of I think in the other podcast we were talking about like the great leader, and he led an army of people who were so unequipped, so unintelligent in the art of war and strategy against at the time the world's greatest army. And he
literally
did it, and he had a losing record. I'm not saying he was the best overall, but ultimately he won a lot. And like what he did to get those men to fight for him and obviously come out every single time himself. And he would be on the front lines too. Like he's not like one of the generals who's just staying in the back. Like he's getting involved in the battles. Like,
and he was a big motherfucker too.
Yeah,
was he?
Dude.
He was like 6'3", 6'4", and that was huge for that time.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So yeah, I think like there's just a lot to learn from him. Like the selflessness to be on the front lines.
Yeah, and the selflessness to give up the title of king.
The influence to lead an army of, pretty much
Ragtag
unequipped,
people.
ragtag group of guys to fight the world's best military. Like, they have to want to die for you.
Yeah,
Like,
you know how much skill
Or
you
their
have
freedom.
to have.
Yeah.
But he had help too. He also had what's his face? Victor von Steuben, I think his name was. Was it Victor?
I have no idea.
I think it was Victor von Steuben.
Victor von
I'm thinking of
Steuben.
Victor von Doom.
Von Steuben.
It's Frederick. Yeah, it's Frederick von Steuben. I was thinking of Doctor Doom. Yeah, he had
that's
this
cool.
Prussian guy that helped him like figure out tactics and shit, and that's a lot of what helped him in the war. Like it was probably like honestly, no bullshit, it was probably like 40% the United States and the other 60 was like outside help.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Definitely very interesting.
So he used his resources to
Yeah.
to the max.
Yeah.
Hey, networking, bro.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I just feel like that'd be so interesting. And there's so much, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure he was there for the signing of the Constitution. He's obviously the first president. He didn't want to be a king. Like,
Yeah.
dude, the amount of humility, the amount of influence, respect, like, all the leadership skills.
And he was the one that stated, if you have a bipartisan government, y'all are gonna fail.
Yeah.
What do we have?
Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, oh, whoa, look at that.
Well, yeah, I
These
know.
guys were smart guys, dude. Like
Yeah.
they thought of this shit before it even was an idea, and they're like, that's a bad idea, man. Don't do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, he had his flaws. Like, there were definitely things that he could have done better. I'm not trying to defend his actions. I'm just more so saying in the realm of leadership, I think it'd be super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
to have dinner with someone, that's a W pick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally agree.
yeah.
I've thought of mine.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna say Nikolai Tesla.
Ooh, that's crazy. Before or after he went crazy?
I don't know. I don't know the full story of him going crazy, but I know like he had invented certain things, and
Yeah.
like the Tesla coil, and other people had taken the credit for it.
So
basically.
he basically
And-
invented electricity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, he did.
Yeah.
In a sense. But other people throughout his days took the credit for all of his hard work.
Yeah.
And he still kept pursuing greatness and excellence, I guess. And then I also want to see what he was trying to figure out about the pyramids. That's really what I want to talk to him about, bro.
Yeah, he was
deep into the pyramids and energy and all that stuff.
because
like,
he thought they were power sources for something.
yeah, which a lot of people still do. And with the new studies coming out of all the stuff underneath the pyramids, with like the who knows if it's real? It's
Yeah.
just some crazy, wacky, kooky stuff.
No,
going
he went
on, man.
crazy. I think because of some type of poisoning. I forgot what it was. He was fucking around with something.
I just know he was like a very humble guy who was just super interested in figuring out cool stuff.
Yeah,
and he has a lot of his knowledge didn't get put out there because everyone took credit for all this stuff. So I think it'd be really cool to have dinner with someone like that.
Yeah, it sounds like he had OCD, and back then it probably wasn't understood or treated the best, which my guess made him go insane.
Yeah.
Because things weren't lining. I mean, when you create electricity and you're seeing things like the pyramids and all like the things that are connecting, like, yeah, people probably think you're crazy.
Well, yeah, because he was obviously
People did think
Yeah,
he was
sorry,
dude.
people do think
He,
you're crazy,
a
yeah.
lot of people that were really smart were thought of as crazy just because they were talking about shit that most people couldn't comprehend.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I think that's a cool pick.
That's a
sweet.
good pick, man.
Yeah, I love that.
That's a great pick.
Heck yeah. Well, now we all know who we'd have dinner with. Okay.
Where are y'all going to dinner?
Oh,
Steaks.
Outback. Give me some blooming onion.
Bloomin'
A
onion.
blooming onion with George
With Thomas-
Washington.
Yeah, well, no, with Thomas Shelby.
With Thomas Shelby.
Nah, you'd have to take him to like Keegan's or some shit.
Ugh, no.
Oh shit, where am I going,
Take him to
man?
Rays on the river.
Where am I going? No, I want to
A
take.
nice romantic date.
I
want to
take them somewhere crazy.
Yo, that'd be crazy.
I want to take them somewhere crazy. Like
To McDonald's.
Yo, honestly,
Nah, like-
that would be hard as fuck.
Like-
you and George Washington just chopping it up at Mickey D's, bro.
Yo, you ever tried a Big Mac?
No, you got to take them somewhere with like a low ambiance, like it's quiet, so you can have like a good conversation with
Yeah,
them.
it's like a speakeasy mob boss.
Anthony's
ball.
Yeah.
Anthony's trying to fuck Desmond Doss.
No,
Yo.
he's probably a guy that wants to wait till marriage.
That Desmond Doss, I would
Probably.
have a diner.
Yeah.
A nice diner.
like the Marietta Diner.
No, not the Marietta diner.
He said a nice diner.
Like
nice
back
diner?
in those days, a diner.
Like Waffle House?
I don't think that.
Definitely don't want to see chairs thrown across the table when
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk to someone. Like,
Because he's probably not going to fight back. If I go to a Waffle
yeah,
House,
imagine.
he's probably just going to pull out a Bible or something. And don't get me wrong, that's awesome, but that's not what I
Not
need
in
in that
Atlanta.
moment. Yeah, that's
Not
not
in
what
Atlanta,
I
bro.
need in that moment, man.
Not what I need in the Waffle House. That's hilarious.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like I know this. I was gonna like go the complete opposite direction and say like Al Capone or what's his face? Fuck. Why can't I think of his name? The South American drug lord. Why can't I think of his name?
Escobar?
Yeah, Pablo Escobar. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. Like I feel like those guys would be really interesting to have
Have you seen
conversations with
Narcos?
too. I have. Dude, it's such
one
a
of my
great show.
that's probably my second favorite show.
yeah,
after Peaky
Narcos was
Blinders.
such a great show.
Pablo Escobar would be insane.
You know what's
because his
great?
family values
Yeah,
are all
bro.
intact, which is such a Hispanic South American
that's
thing.
a Hispanic thing, man.
Yeah, but he's also like such a terrible human being.
It's like, how'd you balance it, man? That's such a crazy work-life balance, man. How'd you do it?
Right.
He really leaves his outside problems at the door when he walks out.
Yeah, and to this day, he's still fucking shit up. Now they're because you know about the hippos, right?
No.
So Pablo Escobar had pet hippos. Like he had his own like wildlife reserve
Well,
in
he
South
buried
America.
money everywhere.
Yeah.
And people
So
still
he
do.
had hippos. I think he had like 4 hippos at one point. And now there's like 60 of them running wild in South America. Yeah, and now like the Colombian government has gotten to a point where like they're about to euthanize all of them.
I just looked up Pablo Escobar hippos, and the first thing that came up is Colombia announces plan to cull Pablo Escobar's feral hippos.
Yeah.
Hey,
They're like on the verge of like putting them down.
That's crazy.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy,
But
I
the
guess.
hippos were left behind. They escaped into nearby rivers and began breeding.
Yeah.
Thriving in Colombia's warm climate with no natural predators to
Imagine
control
being
their
able to build your
population.
own prison that you have to be in
Yeah, right?
and just get a full casino brought in there. And
Yeah, dude.
bro, that is crazy.
Oh no.
I feel like
That
those guys like I
stinks.
feel like they would have like
Well, I mean, he was still separated from like his friends and family, but in the show they had like his family were in the U-Haul truck that normally brings like their goods,
Oh, yeah.
which is just supposed to be like food and stuff, but it's
Yeah.
obviously like a roulette table, blackjack table, pinball machine, strippers, and then his family just popped out of there one time.
yeah, same with like Al Capone. His prison cell was pretty luscious too. Like he had like a
Really?
like a library. Like he had a bunch of books and shit.
See, that's like the best thing about, or maybe the worst thing about prisons. How is their bookkeeping library thing? Like, are you able to read? Because I
Yeah,
feel
oh
like,
yeah. Prisons have libraries.
but don't you have to pay a lot for a book or
no,
something?
I know.
I don't know. How
No,
it
I don't
works.
think so.
I'm pretty sure in prisons, like the libraries are like
Open.
free.
Yeah, I think they're pretty decent.
But
because
also
they-
it depends on what level of prison.
yeah, if you're like in super
True.
max, I highly doubt it. But if you're just in a regular prison,
Gen Pop.
yeah,
Dude, that was something I was actually reading earlier today. It was like I didn't realize that in certain states, like there are prisons that you are just legally allowed to be enslaved.
yeah.
Yeah, like,
Like,
labor prisons.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like the 13th Amendment. Like they just like literally have like zero rights. They're forced to work. The conditions are completely terrible. Like
You talking
Wow.
like the United States?
yes, like
What?
in
No.
Texas.
They make like
They don't in
3
Texas,
cents an hour or some shit.
Not in Texas. In Texas,
What?
Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama, you're not required to make any money.
No way.
Prisons are such a touchy subject.
Yeah,
This-
the
prisons
it's not even a
in,
touchy subject.
it definitely is.
The prison system in the United States is horrible.
Dude, in our
It's
county,
bad. It's bad.
or not. I
Dude,
don't
one
know
of the
about our
world's
county,
worst
but the
prisons
ones-
is Fulton County
That's what I was
Jail,
gonna say.
dude.
We're not in Fulton, but
I know we're not in Fulton, but
I
still,
saw
that's
there's. Do you know who Tommy G is on YouTube?
yeah.
Or was it him or was it someone else who went in there?
It
And, like,
was
did a.
it was someone else.
I think it was Tommy G.
There's been a bunch of people
But
that
they-
have done it.
Dude, because they had a new
there's
chief or whatever.
There's a whole documentary about the Fulton County Jail about how horrible
It's
it is.
still bad.
It's still bad to this day.
Bro, but what do you think about those prisons in? I can't think of the name, but they have like all of the gang leaders just in one prison. It's a massive facility.
That federal prison?
Yeah.
Like
what
Diddy's
country is
there.
that in? No.
Are you talking about Guantanamo Bay?
No, I'm talking about there's a prison in some South American country that has just all of their gang members just hopped up in a big room of like they're not allowed to see anybody.
I know what you're talking about.
If they speak, they get like hit and stuff like that.
El Salvador. Yeah.
This is like a very controversial prison.
I've seen that.
El Salvador is apparently like one of the safest places now, and it used to not be. That's the argument about it, is because they just find gang members, and if you have a gang tattoo, you're getting locked up.
It's like a terrorist confinement.
Yeah.
It's a maximum security prison. The prison was.
I've seen videos about
Secot,
it.
or I don't know how you spell it, but there's so many documentaries on that.
I've seen,
and people go one way or the other with it.
But
which I don't know all the information.
This is how I take it. If you're gonna treat them like animals, they're gonna act like animals.
Yeah.
Point blank. Period. You know who has the prison system right is Europe, like Sweden, Norway, all these countries.
Do they have the
Scandinavian
prison system
countries.
right, or do they have the social structure right?
I think it's a combination of
culture.
both, because all these prisons in like European countries are more focused on rehabilitation and bringing them back to society than punishing them for their actions.
Yeah.
Well, rehabilitation should be what prisons are for.
Yeah.
Versus like the American idea is, don't go to prison. Okay, now you went to prison, you know how bad it is. Don't go back. But the people in prison are like, after like 12 months, that's how you adapt. You adapt to the prison culture, and then when you're let out,
That's all they know.
Yeah, you can't be hired for anything. Like your limitations are so minimal that
the
what are you supposed
parole
to do?
officers are terrible, and you're dealing with a bad system that doesn't really want to get you out. But the whole system was supposed to rehabilitate people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's supposed to.
But
if you were to ask people about the prison system in politics, I'm sure they would be like, yes, it's supposed to.
Dude.
But obviously it's just not set up correctly. There's so much
privatized.
wrong.
Yeah, so there's prisons now that are privatized.
So they
what
make money off that shit.
So they don't want you to be rehabilitated. They want you to come back because then you do labor for them. Like it's so messed up.
It's jacked up.
Well, in like North Korea, they have like straight up labor prisons.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the communist countries are different. They can do whatever the fuck
That
they
is
want.
literal slavery.
That's literal. That not slave labor, dude.
Which is nuts. Like they had that one guy who got captured, and
You talking about that American that got captured?
the like college student.
Yeah, the college student. Then he ended up dying in prison.
Apparently, I watched a documentary. Apparently, he didn't end up dying in prison.
Or he died after the fact.
No, he got sent back, and he was basically brain dead when they got him.
Yeah.
So apparently, they had him working in labor prisons, but they needed to keep him alive as like a trading tactic or a
that whole
talking.
situation is fucked.
Yeah,
Just listen
it's
to
really
this
bad.
sentence. This guy gave an account of children in a camp who were fighting over corn from cow dung.
Yeah,
That's
because
how deprived they
you
were.
can't most
So
things
sad.
can't digest corn.
That's crazy.
That is so sad, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, prisons is definitely a touchy subject.
That it is. Yeah, it is.
It's hard to get. I don't think anyone has it right necessarily, but I do agree that as far as what I know, Sweden and like that area and region of Europe.
Well, the
definitely
mindset
has it
should
right.
be rehabilitation, and I think there's
Yeah.
an extent
Yeah,
of
and there's
like
certain-
you
there's-
don't want it to be great. Oh, you're living in comfort and we're rehabilitating you. Like there should be some sense of struggle and hardships, but the goal should be rehabilitation.
Like there are some
But
prisons
some people need to stay in prison though.
Oh yeah,
For example,
yeah.
if you're a repeat
like if you're
offender,
like a Jeffrey Dahmer type person,
no, if you're the type of
keep them there.
yeah.
But if it's just someone that made mistakes, like
But what about someone who made mistakes and they're genuinely insane, and you stab someone on a train and you're like, you've been convicted 20 times of a certain crime? Like
there's obviously stipulations to everything. Like there's obviously cases where certain things shouldn't be allowed. But just like first time offenders, you got caught up in drugs, you got caught up in the wrong crowd. I don't think you should necessarily be punished your whole life for making one mistake.
Right. I think
Yeah,
there's
there's
a
levels.
balance that just isn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I think
agree.
like overall, I mean, just the goal needs to be towards rehabilitation. Like you
I
want
agree.
them to be productive members of society, so make that time
don't
valuable.
treat them
Right.
like animals
Yeah.
because they're gonna act like animals if you treat
Yeah.
them like animals, and that's all they're ever
Right.
gonna know.
Well, and they're just going to do their time and get back out and be a repeat offender.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, it does make sense why some people do that. And if they maybe were rehabilitated,
Yeah.
it'd be fine. But there's also like some people who are just
Yeah.
too far gone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys right now. I'm about to shit myself.
Go shit yourself. We'll finish up.
Congrats.
Okay,
But-
because
all right,
I don't
well,
want. I don't want to like. Okay.
We'll finish
We'll
up.
call it there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
You got
because
any
I'm like
closing
I'm
remarks?
clenching butt cheeks right now.
No, that's pretty much all. Pray for the people in the prisons.
Yeah, for real.
That's
Yeah.
It's scary,
it's a
dude.
bad place. But yeah,
Don't end up there, guys.
All right. That's been the Gentleman's Table podcast. We'll see you on the next one.